What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. 12 p.m. local time here in Montreal, Saturday, April 5th. It's been a while since I made content, so let's get straight to the point. As you guys can see from the title, I'm going to Thailand by myself, alone, solo dolo. It's been a long journey to get to this day, to get to this point, but I'm really excited, nervous. I can't lie, a bit nervous, but I'm giddy, I'm excited, I'm happy, I'm elated, and I'm looking forward to it. So for those that don't know, I live in Montreal. So here's the plan for today. I have to go to the airport later for about 3 o'clock. The plane leaves tonight at 6:15 p.m. So from Montreal, where I live, to Vancouver, where I have a 2.5 layover, and then from Vancouver to Thailand, 16 hours. So I don't know how that's gonna feel, but I don't care. You know, when you really want something in life, you gotta work, you gotta hustle, you gotta grind, and you gotta do whatever it takes to get to your objective and to reach your goals. So yeah, that's the plan. And then once I arrive in Bangkok airport, I gotta go through immigration first and then get my bags. So yeah, from Montreal to Vancouver, 5-hour flight, then a 2.5-hour layover, then 16-hour flight to Vancouver, to Thailand. And then once I get there, immigration first, then I get my bags, then I'm gonna go downstairs in the basement, exchange some money. Not gonna get a SIM card because I already purchased an eSIM here in Canada, here in Montreal, before I take off. So I'm not gonna buy a physical SIM card. I already have an eSIM, which I think stands for electronic SIM, I'm pretty sure. So it's a long journey, guys. It's a really, really long journey, but like I said, I'm excited and I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, I'm gonna make some dope content. This is phase 1 of a 2-phase plan that I have. So I'm only going for about 16 days, and then phase 2 will be a lot longer, and I'm not gonna get into that right now. But yeah, step by step. You know, it's been a lot of work, like I said, to get to this point. You know, I first started thinking about traveling overseas, specifically to Southeast Asia, since I was 28. I'm 30 now, so it's been about 2 years. And like I said, a lot of work, a lot of grinding, a lot of hustling, and that's what you got to do in life. You got to lock in, you got to focus. You got to make sacrifices. You got to have discipline, structure, and routine in your life, and you got to embrace that. You got to embrace responsibilities, obligations, priorities. No complaining, no bitching. You know, no blaming others, no making excuses. You just got to get the work done. You got to produce. You got to be efficient. You got to be effective. And yeah, this is just the intro, so I don't wanna, you know, talk your ears off, but it's gonna be a crazy adventure. I just finished watching the movie The Beach with Leonardo DiCaprio for the 3rd time, just to get some motivation, just to get some, you know, a little energy boost. So I'm really happy, I'm really excited. Right now I'm in the park, as you guys can see, with nature, just taking it all in. Grateful, thankful. You know, I got to give thanks to my friends and family who supported me on this journey. And, you know, of course they're a bit nervous, just like I am, but you can't be scared in life. You can't live with fear. You got to do what you got to do. So to my friends and family watching this, you know who you are. I love you. Thank you. And, you know, to the spiritual realm, you know, divine intervention, God, the universe, the angels, ancestors watching down on me and guiding me and protecting me, thank you.
Bye.